Well, with me right now, I'd like to welcome back Pastor Leland Lance and Marcia Lance. They are with the Lutheran Church of the Cross, which is just right down the road. Always good to see both of you. Nice to see you. Good to see you. It's been a couple months
yes.
since you've been on. So nice to have you back as well, although you've done a fine job on your own. Yes. Lots of stuff going on.
Yes.
And in fact, the month of February, you have quite a bit going on, and all the way into March as well. So we're going to talk about some of those events that you are having.
Yeah. So February, of course, we think of Valentine's Day, which is coming up next week. And so we named it the Love Month. And so there's a Bible passage we love because he first loved us.
Right.
And so we try to think of things that might be important to us in those relationships. And so we're having a first time ever at our church, we're having a marriage builder class. And it's coming up on February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. And we have Pastor Pete McKenzie is going to be coming to teach the class.
Okay.
And he's a veteran of this. He's written the materials. And Tom and Shirley Fisk from our church that live in the village, they're the ones who helped instigate it to get it to happen. So we're excited to host it and have it at our church. And it's for 8 weeks and about building good, solid relationships.
Now, is this something that you said 8 weeks that you go to every week, or you just pick a week to go?
No,
so it's a continuation.
Yeah,
okay.
and it's okay if you can't make all 8 of them, but it would be to their advantage to do it. It's going to cost $25 for the materials.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you put singles are welcome.
Yes.
Well, they are, because if you think about it, what the main focus is communication. So when you communicate, if you're looking to get married, you also need to know about that.
Right.
And so it's a skill that we will learn through this marriage
Okay.
building class for those who have been married a lot of years, and they can share their wisdom, or the ones who are looking at getting married. So that's why we say singles are invited, and even if you're engaged, it would be something that they would benefit from.
Very good. And then also coming up, just a few days later, you're going to have something that, of course, in this community is obviously would be very big, about grandparenting.
Well, grandparents are so important to the lives of their children and for their grandchildren.
Right.
We are grandparents of a 4-year-old, and we love spending time with him. And I grew up in the Midwest with only seeing my grandparents about once a year. And I just always miss that because they live so far away.
Yeah.
So this opportunity is a way that people here in the village can learn how they can influence their grandchildren. And they are leaving a legacy that is so important for the children these days to see their faith lived out. And they're more active here in the village. So they might even be a big part of their grandchildren's lives. And it's a season. Like right now, our grandson has preschool. So while he's in preschool, then I'm not watching him.
Yeah.
But when he's not in preschool, I do watch him, or, Leland does. Once he goes to elementary school, of course, that season will change, but then he'll have programs they can go to.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a wonderful seminar that people can just learn how they can equip themselves to be the best grandparents, and in a world that's changing all around us. And it's also supporting their own children for their children growing up.
Yeah, and I know that, well, when I was growing up, I had some grandparents near me up in the Bay Area. And then my grandfather on my mom's side, he would come out. He lived in Florida. He lived in Fort Lauderdale, retiring from Chicago, as they all did back then. And he would spend the summer.
Sure.
And his main thing was cooking, where I picked up. He would quite literally write out a menu. He'd have a pad of paper, and you could look at it and go, oh, next week on Tuesday, we're having this for dinner.
Wow.
And of course, we'd have people over all the time for dinner and everything else. But, being the fact that even though he lived far away, he would come out for 2 months, whatever it was, and spend the summer with us. So that was a huge influence to me. Yeah, so that's a good point. You pass those things down.
Right.
Fun stuff.
Yep. So it's over 2 days. It's going to be on a Friday night and a Saturday. And of course, we like to eat at our church, so we're having food involved in it. So there'll be a supper,
Yeah.
and then the class, and it's a video kind of series. So we'll be watching it, discussing it, the materials, and then the next day it's going to be kind of most of the day with lunch and a little
Yeah,
continental
you guys
breakfast.
do like to eat there, don't you? All right. And then coming up February 26th is Ash Wednesday.
Yes. Yep. We always observe Lent every year. The season that goes into Easter.
Right.
And so Ash Wednesday starts that. This year it's on the end of February.
Okay.
And then during Lent, we have a midweek Lenten services, and those are very traditional, going way back in the early church. And this year, we're going to be doing monologues by different people from the Bible.
Okay.
And so we have some very talented folks in our church that are going to be portraying these people. And so this is a short service. It's only a half hour long. So it starts out with a hymn, and then we have
okay.
a little liturgy and a Bible passage, and then this wonderful first-person kind of monologue will come out and share their life for 20 minutes or so.
Very good.
Yeah, so
And of course, it's late this year because, well, Easter is what, the
Yeah.
12th or something like
yeah.
that.
Yes.
It's pretty late this year. So therefore, 40 days before Easter, right? Is it
Yes.
40 days?
Exactly.
That's correct.
Yep.
So that's where it starts. That's why it's February 26th this year. And when is Mardi Gras? Because Mardi Gras kind of starts.
That's always the day right before Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's
Or they
right. So
call it
that's
Mardi
late.
Gras or Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
We get rid of all the, the good stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then the next day they all calm down, right?
Yes.
For a variety of reasons. So, folks, the Lutheran Church is right down the block there. Of course, the club in the village here is a Lutheran Heritage Club that you can find out about on the club pages. But the church is right on El Toro. In fact, it's pretty much walking distance from here,
Yes,
not
it
far
is.
at all. And you always talk about, I'm going to get the days right, Tuesdays at 11. You
Yes.
have a lunch.
Yes, lunch is wonderful. It's different every week, and it's very well done.
Yeah.
And $5, it's the best lunch in town. You can't even go to McDonald's for that.
No, you can't anymore. Yeah, very
Everybody's
good.
welcome.
Good to see you as always.
Always great to
All
see
right.
you
Yes.
too. God bless
Pastor,
All right.
you too.
Nice to see you
Marcia,
too.
nice to see you. Quick question.
Yes.
Are you going to be doing a play this year?
I am.
Okay.
So we are doing Music Man.
Okay.
And so I'm looking for people to come to auditions. That will be in March. So
Okay.
when we come back on
We'll
in March,
talk
we'll
about
talk
that.
a little bit more about that. But the show will be at the end of July, 1st of August, and we're doing Music Man, and I want everyone to audition. It can be all different ages, because when I did Sound of Music last year, I had 4-year-olds to 93 years old. So
Yeah, I remember
anyone
that.
is welcome to come to audition.
All right. We'll find out more about that next time.
All right,
And we'll be
sounds
right
good.
back. Yeah, I did that.